Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yasetuhu Ijananam. In Kathopanishad, the story goes where Nachiket was blessed with 3 boons. By the first boon, he encashed that let my father be not angry, and when I go back, let him recognize me. The first boon was given. Then there was a second boon. In that second boon, he asked, "O Lord, kindly teach me the Swarga Vidya, the knowledge by which I can go to heaven." That was taught. About this particular second boon, it was mentioned it is a bridge between the manifest and the unmanifest. Setu means a bridge. There are 3 stages through which we all have to go. First is how we live in the manifest world as a body, somebody. There the principle of Dharma Shastra comes into play. Lead your life properly, don't cheat others, respect elders, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, should not speak lies, all these things. Then the second one is, this is called as Adi Bhautik lifestyle, where our day-to-day life is taken into consideration. Then the second one comes, the Adi Daivik life, wherein we talk about life hereafter. And there we are told, if you commit sins, you go to hell. If you commit merits, you go to heaven. And there also the limitations of heavenly attainment is very clearly mentioned. That if you have gone to heaven because of the meritorious deeds, the balance of your meritorious deed allows you to stay in the heavens till such time you have that balance. After that balance is over, Kshine Punne Vartyalokam Vishanti. Again you come back to this mortal world or the Adi Bhautik area. Then the third thing comes is Adhyatmik. Most of us, there is one special chair kept for you, young man. This corner there is a chair. You can push yourself this. I like young people, therefore. So, most of us misunderstand Adhyatmic life with Adi Bhautik and Adi Daivik. We are satisfied only with this. That I am good, I don't tell lies to others, I observe the rules, regulations, I don't do this, I don't do that, goody goody, everybody loves me. And that is all. Then there are the second type of people, for them, the spiritual life is what? Doing good to others. Because as you sow, so you reap. So when you will do good thing, you will go to heaven. After going to heaven, what will you do? Enjoy. Heaven is only for enjoyment, no other purpose. See? This imagination that after going to heaven, I will meditate and realize the truth, is like after marriage, I go for honeymoon so that I can meditate. No. There you are only for indulgence, nothing else. In the same manner, this heavenly going is not the ultimate. Therefore, Adhyatma means Adi Bhautik at body level, Adi Daivik at mind level, Adhyatma at the self level. Unless these things are clear, we keep on struggling, doing so many things. But we lead nowhere. Because there is no clarity as to what we are doing, what for we are doing, and on whom it is being done. Three things. See, what we are doing, Adi Bhautik. What for we are doing, Adi Daivik. On whom we are acting, Adhyatmik. So, this all the three aspects are beautifully brought out in our wonderful text called as, what is the name? Tripura Rahasya. The Tripura, three places. Pura means a place. First is our gross body. Second is our subtle body. That is Adi Daivik. And third is the casual body, Adhyatmik. So, gross people are engaged in the gross world, living at the gross body. The subtle people are interested only at the mind level. They don't want to go beyond the mind. And Adhyatmic people are those who have erased their wrong notions. Causal body means the burden that we carry about the wrong notions. That burden carrying mule is called as Mr. I. He who is doing sadhana. And therefore, the last 15th chapter we have seen toward the end. I'll just brush up that there was a great king, Janak Maharaj, and he had conducted one great yajna, Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, Adhyatmik. So he was doing yajna, Adi Bhautik. Result, so that he can go to the higher world, Adi Daivik. And in that yajna that he conducted, he invited many wise Brahmins who could do the yajna. At the same time, Varuna, the king of the waters, he also wanted to conduct the yajna. So the Pandits were required for conducting the yajna. And when Varuna's son came to invite these Pandits, nobody was available because they were already booked. And the king was looking after those Pandits very well, so they refused to go. So the son of Varuna decided, okay, I'll teach them a lesson. So he goes in the assembly of these wise people, and he is received properly, and then he starts talking rubbish. Oh king, I thought I have come to a wise man in the assembly of the wise people, but here only the crows are sitting. The words he used, crows. See? So, I don't think I can stay here among the fools. So all the Brahmins get angry. And then he says, none of them know anything, and how you call them wise? So the Brahmin said, what do you think of yourself? Calling everybody fool? Are you wise or what? He said, yes, I am wise. Any one of you, compare with me. And then he says there is one condition. If you are defeated, you have to go to the sea. I'll throw you in the sea. If I am defeated, I'll be thrown in the sea. I agree. And he was very strong and very well established in logic and argument. One of the most important sutra of Narada Bhakti Sutra is Vado na avalambyaha. Never take refuge in any arguments. They are non-conclusive. No argument can conclude anything anywhere. See? So he was very argumentative, and he defeated one by one all the Brahmins, and they were all thrown in the ocean. When one of the Brahmin's son, his name was Ashtavakra. He was the son of a Brahmin called as Kahol. So when he heard that his father is also thrown in the sea, he came to this son of Varuna and argued with him strongly. And in that argument he defeated him, because he was also equally strong. And therefore he was also thrown in the sea. And then Varuna's son say, I accept my defeat, and therefore returns all the Brahmins. And then the yajna, etc. will be conducted. So when this happens, be attentive. This happens. Ashtavakraji starts thinking he is wiser than all. I have relieved you all from the bondage. See, friends, the illusion of wisdom is the highest illusion. See, we think we know everything. And when he was thus feeling that he is superior than everybody and very arrogant, that very time, like typical like a Hindi movie, one character comes. And that character was one Tapaswini enters. And that Tapaswini, she, Tatkala agatam kachit tapasim sharanam yayuhu tan samashvasya vipransa kashayambara vasini. Tatkala, that very time, when he was argumentative and behaving bad, this Tapaswini comes, properly received by the king, and Kashaya Vastra with the proper uniform of a Tapaswini, he came. And Jatila Nitya Rupini Manohara Vapurdhana Sabha Mupetya Provacha Nrupena Abhisampujita. So she was having a lot of jata and ever young, extremely beautiful. And when she came inside the Sabha, inside this assembly, she said, Kaholo Sutavatsa Tvam Attanta Buddhimanasi Tvaya Vimochita Vipra Vadi Nirjitya Varunim. Hey Kahol Putra, you are really very, very intelligent. If you want to take somebody for a ride, do not call him bad names. You can destroy a person not by weapons, but by praise. See, praise is the most sweet weapon. You praise somebody. You are so intelligent, I never knew. No, actually, so only Tapasvi only know about it. So Kaholu Sutta Vatsa Tvam Atyantam Buddhimanasi Tvaya Vimochita Vipravade Nirjitya Varunim. You have Vimochita, you have liberated all the Brahmins in the arguments, and thus you have conquered the son of the Varuna. Aham pruchhami kinchitva vada hitva sukhaitavam yatpadam viditam sarva mruta pratipadakam yatpade vidite sarva sandeha pradayam vrajel avijnatam na kinchisyad adasham vana kinchana. Now she goes on asking that I will like to ask you, aham pruchhami kinchit. I want to just ask you a little bit. What is that? That kindly tell me, but don't cheat me, okay? Without any kapat. So she says, what is that having known which everything becomes known, and having known which all the doubts disappear, and having known which nothing else remains to be known, having known which nothing else to be gained, and that state which cannot be gained, which cannot be known, if you have known, kindly tell me. Each and every word. So he starts telling, what? One by one conditions you have started putting. He says, I know, very good, you know. What do you know? Avedya, which cannot be known. How did you know that which cannot be known? So, kindly tell me that. And when he was thus asked, Viditam tatpadam bhujo vachmi tapasi sansrunu name hya viditam loke hyaste kinchit yad tva idam. So, I tell you very frankly, hey Tapaswini, I do not know. See friends, in Kenopanishad this is type of topic comes. When the student asks the same question, tell me what is that. So the teacher says that eyes cannot see, na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vagacchati, na manaham, na vidmaha, na vijani maha yatha etad anushishyat. We don't know how to teach. No, you have to tell us something, please. So the teacher said, okay, it is other than the known and the unknown. What is the truth is never told. This is the beauty in all the scriptures. Truth is never told what it is. It is other than the known and the unknown. So you go on sorting out all that is known to you. And then it is not the truth, drop it. Then start enlisting what you don't know. Make that list. And drop that. Drop that means don't try to know. And in this way, when it was told, so the student says, aha, understood very well. The moment the student says understood very well, the teacher bangs him. See? यदि मन्य से सुवे देती दहर मेवापि नूनम त्वं वेत्त ब्रह्मणो रूपम यदस्य त्वं देवेषु अतनु मीमांस मेवते. What you have understood is only with reference to the sense organs of action. See? It is something like, do you know Gupta ji? No, I don't know. Are yaar, he is the son-in-law of our Verma ji. Verma ji I know. He is a cheat on the first order. So, Gupta ji is his son-in-law, a super cheat. So, you have known Gupta ji with reference to Verma ji. That is not knowing. Therefore, the teacher says, when you say you have known very well, but you have known only with reference to that the truth cannot be known, truth cannot be seen, truth cannot be heard, it cannot be grasped, it cannot be felt, it cannot be understood. This is what you understood. So your understanding is with reference to a reference point. See? Do you know the house of so and so? No, see, go there. On such and such road, there will be a black car standing, and near that car, last time I went, there was a cow also standing. So that house. So he goes there he sees a black car, but no cow. And comes back. Car was there, cow was not there. See, friends. So all that we talk about the reality is always with a reference to something. And the reference has become important for us because we are caught up in our faculties. Therefore, some people say, I had the vision of God, I was sitting, suddenly from the thin air, a thick God came. And when I did Namaskar to him, again became thin. And I was surprised what happened. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidena. Or somebody will say, I heard the flute, but I could not recognize the raga, what it was. It was divine raga. God realization. Therefore, all our understanding is with reference to our sense organs of action, our efforts. And therefore the teacher has very clearly told, Yan manasana manute yena ahur manomatam tadeva brahma tvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. That which cannot be felt by the mind, but that because of which the mind is able to feel, that is the Brahman, and know that is the Brahman, and know that Brahman thou art. See? So all the faculties or referential knowledge is totally discarded. And therefore, when this kind of explanation was asked by the Tapasvini, so he very clearly tells that Maya Shastrani Sarvani Bhuya Sanlutitani Vai Yatvam Pruchase Tadvakshe Shrunu Tapasi Tatvataha. Oh dear Tapaswini, I have studied all the scriptures in a very great detail, but nowhere in the scriptures I could understand what you are asking, because kindly tell me what is to be done. And in reply to that, Tadhi Sarva Jagat Hetuhu Adi Madhyanta Varjitam Deshakaranaavachinnam Shuddha Akhanda Chidatmakam. Now she starts talking about the reality. Now be attentive. Whenever he was talking to her, he was always referring to, this is what our scriptures say. This is what our scriptures say. What scriptures say is different. What do you have to say? See, two places this thing comes. I will tell you. One is, Santa Ganeshwar has given commentary on Bhagavad Gita. And that commentary is referred by his name Jnaneshwari. And when that commentary was given to his guru, the guru, elder brother, Nivruttinath, he smiled at him. So as a student, anybody will expect great appreciation. So the teacher said, you have told what Krishna has said. What do you have to say? See, this is what we do. We certify God is great. We certify there is no scripture like Bhagavad Gita. You know that? Such a rare text. It is the only text which has got maximum commentaries. It is the only text which everybody likes to read. So what? What is said in Bhagavad Gita? Ask Krishna. Don't ask. He said, I didn't say. Friends. So all that we talk is only what scriptures have said. So Nivruttinath, Guru of Santa Ganeshwar, said, don't tell me what somebody has said. Tell me what you have to say. What is your direct experience? That you tell. And then from his, pen comes out this Amrita Anubhav. So in Amrita Anubhav, he talks about what is his experience. And that is, again, technically called as Chidvilasa. Chidvilasa is the play of consciousness. Vilasa is the play of consciousness. And this play of consciousness, Chidvilasa, is also called as what we know Shankar Vedanta, where it is said, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. And there it is said, Brahma Satyam Jagat Satyam. There is nothing illusion. Everything is Paramatma. So these two philosophies, they fight with each other. Shankara's followers say what they are telling is rubbish. And they say what Shankara has said is rubbish. So I have studied both of them. Because I like rubbish. So I studied both. And then came to a conclusion, they were unnecessarily fighting between them. The fight was something like this. There was a glass half filled with the milk. One person was insisting there is half glass filled with the milk. The other was telling, no, the half glass is empty. Both, they mean the same thing. See. So in this Chidvilasa philosophy, which we have studied here earlier under the title Shiva Sutra. Did we studied Shiva Sutra?
Yes, we had a retreat.
Maybe I have studied. So in that Shiva Sutra is the foundation of this Tripura Rahasya. And therefore, here this topic is brought out. It is said, he says that the truth I shall tell you, kindly listen. Tadhi sarva jagat hetuhu adi madhyanta varjitam. This is the eternal cause of this world, which is without beginning, center and end, and deshakala anavachinnam, and it is not conditioned by time, space, object, and it is shuddha, akhanda, Chidatmakam. It is pure consciousness where there is no breach, akhanda. Even if you take one word, in no time you get into samadhi. See? All experiences are khandita, they are broken, they are not continuous. Like your experience now that you are a listener. This experience will be over after the class is over, khandita. Then you will be the driver. Then that experience will be over after you reach home. So if you are a lady, you start cooking. If you are a gent, you start washing the dishes. Now another role will start. Example should be given practically. So every experience is khandita, it is discontinuous. It is not continuous. Similarly, waker ends after the waking state is over. Dreamer ends after that is over. So akhandita, unbroken conscious experience. What it could be? Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. 4 things. I support jnanam, waking experience, smriti, dream experience, apohanam, deep sleep experience, chakarat samadhi. So all these 4 experiences, they come and go, but I am the same. And this experience never began, it never got modified, it will never end. That is that. See? When she thus told, Yad upashitya vai sarvam jagad etad virajate adarsha nagara prakyam tadetat paramam padam. On the foundation of this reality alone, the whole world is existing. And one of the most important things which I got from this particular book is this. Adarsha nagara prakyam tadetat paramam padam. This principle, if you catch it properly, you will see most of the problems of life will be dissolved. Adarsha nagara prakyam. Bhagavan Shankaracharya uses the same word in Dakshinamurti Stotra. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam. The Vishwam, the world, is like the reflection of the city or a town in a mirror. Now if you analyze this, what it exactly means. So when we go and stand before the mirror, we take different angles. This angle, that angle. And don't be angular. So start playing with that. That was another part which I did a lot in my life. When you focus on the reflection, mirror becomes almost non-existent. When you focus on the surface of the mirror, the reflection becomes indifferent, no importance. Now second thing is, when we look at the mirror reflection, exactly what is seen? See? If the reflection is that of the waters, the reflection of the water does not make the mirror wet. If the reflection is that of the fire, the reflection of the fire does not burn the mirror. Is it not? Be very attentive. You think you are seeing me, I think I am seeing you. But in fact, we are not seeing each other. What is happening is, all of you are reflected in the form of image on the retina, and I am holding those images in the mind, which is bathing in the light of consciousness, and my experience therefore is, I am seeing you, but in fact, I am seeing only the reflections and not you. Come back to mirror. If the reflection is that of the fire, the reflection doesn't burn the mirror. If you are all reflections on my mind, how can you influence me? So what is the spiritual practice? How simple it is. But we get influenced. Somebody tells you are beautiful. And we start thinking, what's wrong with the people? Friends, just catch this point. Then you will live in this world in such a wonderful way that somebody may praise you, you don't have to climb the tree, and somebody condemns you, you don't have to go underground. Because these words, these things cannot influence me. This recognition is a choice given to us. See? Like, immigration form, they give us choice. So many questions and choice. And all those questions are framed in such a manner that you can write no to everything. Now apply the same principle. See? Are you influenced by the beauty of your wife? Yes, no. Are you influenced by the behavior of your wife? Yes, no. Are you influenced by the kids and their performance? Yes, no. So what is the best way? Every tick, no, relax. Entry into the Advaita. Now tell me, where is Vedanta boredom and serious? This is a very simple thing, friends. Just come to recognize this. Like the reflection does not influence the mirror, in the same way, this world cannot influence me, because I am that reflection. I am that mirror in which the whole world is reflected. If there is no mirror, there is no reflection. Correct? If I am not there, there is no my wife. If I is not there, there is no my property. If I is not there, there is no my country. So where is everything existing? Like everything, reflection is existing in the mirror in the same manner. Everything is existing in this mirror called as I. See, friends. With this understanding, you lead your life. And because of this only, we listen to satsanga and not influence. Who asked me yesterday, recently I think, where I was before coming here. So, France, I was in France. One lady came very seriously, Swamiji, I want to ask you some questions. I said, start. Where should we sit? I said, what sit? Stand right now here only. No, don't waste time. In realization, you should not wait for Murta. Now Rahu Kal, Murta, there cannot be realization. It's only the Ketu Kal the realization happens. No. See, I am having this problem with my family. What should be done? I said, don't take them seriously. Take them lightly. No, but. I said, you remove these two words from your dictionary, no and but. No, but. I said, again you starting. But how it can be changed? I said, yeah, this is a good question. Select, shift, delete. Past cannot be undone. Past can be forgotten. That is the gift God has given us. Remember to forget. It is such a lovely gift. Take money from people. You will remain relaxed, he will suffer. Swami ji, आपको पैसे दी, I don't think, I think you are mistaking with some other. Hey friends, there is nothing to be done. All the problems are of this doing. What to do? Stop doing everything. See friends. Now our condition is like the sparrow bird sitting in front of the mirror. When we stand in front of the mirror, we are in the seventh heaven. Isn't it? But when the sparrow stands before the mirror, she sees somebody is there. And my enemy. She starts pecking. To an extent that she starts bleeding. Then want to check who is there. She goes behind the mirror. Nobody. See, she has run away somewhere. Again she is there. Now let that sparrow do kurute ganga sagar gamanam vrata paripalanam athava dhanam. Can she by any means remove the reflection in the mirror? Now tell me, what sadhana should that sparrow do? Stop reacting. Enjoy. As we do. See? That is the only time we have self-respect. Isn't it? How simple life becomes. Therefore, this particular principle explained in this text, Adarsha Nagara Prakyam Tadetat Paramam Padam. So like the mirror, consciousness is that mirror in which everything appears. This is one understanding of this. You know, with the Dakshinamurti Stotra, that time I had not studied this. This Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana, this particular first stanza has made me very miserable. So many times I was all the time working only on this. And then I got these two principles, and when I found those two principles here, I was extremely happy. This is one principle. Second principle is, it is the same surface of the mirror, which becomes the space, which becomes the air, which becomes the fire, which becomes the waters, which becomes the earth, which becomes the inanimate objects, which becomes the animate objects, which makes the mobile things, which make the stationary things. The same surface of the mirror, as if it has become everything. Be attentive. As the water never gets drowned in the ocean, as the water never gets broken when the waves break, because the ocean and the waves are none other than the waters. In the same manner, this world cannot influence me because it is me. Sugarcane never suffers from diabetes. A cobra never suffers from poisoning. In the same manner, this world cannot influence me because Aham Brahmasmi. Whichever way you take. Now the question comes, what is the influence of the world on us? Have you thought over it? Influence of the world on us, that influence is called as desire. Either we want something or we don't want something. Want and no want is possible only about something which is not self. Like the eyes cannot see themselves, we cannot want ourselves. Because I am me. Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Neyam yattat pravakshami yajnatva amritam ashnate anadi mat param brahma na tatsad na asaduchyate. First Bhagavan says, the truth is avedya, cannot be known. Ajneya, unknown. And then he says, Neyam yattat pravakshami, but I shall tell you that which is worthy of knowing. See friends, the same approach is here, that Adarsha Nagara Prakyam Tadetat Paramam Padam Prapnoti Tad Viditattvayam Nishala Amrita Samstitam. And once this truth is realized, Adarshe Vidite Yadvan Na Sandeha Kvachit Bhavet. In the same manner, when one is able to see the mirror, everything in the mirror is seen. In the same manner, when you know this reality, everything becomes known. Colors and forms, sounds, emotions, experiences, all of them are possible only in the light of this conscious existence. There is one subtle point which we all must know. In 13th chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna talks about Kshetra, Kshetrajna Yoga. In that Kshetra, the matter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells, first of all, I'll tell you about Kshetra. Mahabhutanya, Hankara, all those things he tells. And then Savikaram, along with the modifications. Which are the modifications? Sukham, Dukkham, Sanghatas, Chetana, Dhruti. Chetana is not consciousness. Most of the students mistake it here. Chetana is not consciousness. Chetana is sentiency. Chetana is life. Life is not Paramatma. Life is not pure consciousness. Like light and electricity. In place of electricity, put pure consciousness, Chaitanya. And in place of the bulb or the tube light, put the light. Light is like life. So when the bulb or the tube becomes fused, the light goes. Electricity remains. In the same manner, when the body is no more able to express the pure consciousness, the Chaitanya, as sentiency or life, that body remains dead. It is not that spirit has gone somewhere. It is not Vijay Mallya. After death, the spirit goes, the body remains. But in his case, body has gone, spirit remains. This wisdom you don't get anywhere, only in India. Therefore, Chaitanya or pure consciousness is the Tripura Devi, Chiti, Chaitanya. So, Prapnoti viditva eva nishchalamrita samstitim adarshe vidite jadvanna sandeha kvachit bhavet. So, like when we are looking at a mirror, we see ourselves in the mirror, we don't have any doubt. यार वो मैं हूँ कि कोई और है. Do we have any doubt when we stand in front of mirror? Excuse me, kindly find out, is it me only? No. Do we need to inquire from anybody that in this mirror, whatever is seen by me, is it me or someone else is looking at me? We have no doubt. That experience is abiding in the truth. See? Bhagavad Gita, Atma upammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Param yogi is this one. He who looks upon the world as he looks upon himself. How we look upon ourselves? When I am happy, I want to share with the people and get appreciation from the people. So we spread our happiness by sharing with others. And when we are hurt, we are miserable, then we expect a word of compassion, consolation, or helping hand from the world. In the same manner, a person who is abiding in this truth, he is happy in the happiness of others, and he is ever ready to extend a helping hand to a miserable one, without efforts. Because for him, there is nobody other than him. And therefore, there is neither a sense of doership nor a sense of enjoyership. When I get a scratching to my leg, so I bring my hand and scratch it. So will the leg will say, thank you yaar, kab se khujli ho rahi thi. No. And the hand will also not say, do you remember? This was 39th time. No. Because for the hand there is no doership. And for the leg there is no enjoyership. Be very attentive. Therefore, action without doership is God, and experience without enjoyership. See, friends, where is the place for success and failure? Success and failure is for those who are doing something. See? Therefore, all spiritual practice is undoing, friends. Therefore, never do meditation. Meditation is nothing but in the darkness collectively suffering silently is meditation. You must have seen in most of the places. First thing that we do, I was in this France, Nantes, so they are all yogist teachers, there are people there. So when I was in meditation class, one lady must have been told, she got up and switch off the light. I said, please switch on the light. But why, Swamiji? I want to see who was sleeping. Then I asked them, why do you need switch off light? Is meditation something bad should be done in darkness? Think. Why darkness? Asato ma sadgamaya, asatma sadgamaya. See, friends. And then both the teacher and the student, they are in darkness. And then they have the bell with them, you know. Sukha karta, dukha harta, that kind of bell. And they say, now when we ring the bell, meditation starts. Again when I ring the bell twice, meditation ends. So they start, tan, tan, tan. It's quiet. Now what will the meditation? When the next bell goes. And then they have satisfaction. Today we have done meditation. It was very long. How long? 3 seconds. Therefore, this doership, enjoyership together constitute somebody. As long as there is somebody, samsara will not end. See, friends. Therefore, prapnoti tad viditva eva nischala amrita samsthitim adarshe viditi yadvanna sandeha kvachit bhavet. Like we have no doubt that what is reflected in the mirror is my own face. In the same manner, for the wise man, he is able to experience joy and sorrows of others as if they are his own, because he doesn't differentiate between I versus you. Mai aru mora toratai maya. Tulsidasi says, this notion of I versus you is samsara. See, friends. Unless these basics are clear, our spiritual practice is only a struggle. And in the struggle, we end up nowhere. So, Pratibimbeshu ananteshu na syad aviditam tatha nashasyam va bhavet kinchit evam pravidite pare. In the same manner, when we know the surface of the mirror, then that surface itself has become everything. These two things you get it clear. Reflected reflections do not influence the mirror, number one. Mirror itself has become everything. The summation of these two things put together is there cannot be any desire as a result of these two things. When we take what is appearing in the mirror is only reflection, not the real, you don't desire about the imagination, is it not? So when we see let's take the mirage waters, we enjoy that, we don't desire. No. Because we know it is mirage waters. In the same manner, when you look upon this world as a play of imagination, you will never be influenced by any desire. So when you take this world as an illusion, desire virus will disappear from your system. Number one. Number two, when you take this world as none other than you, meaning when we take all the things which are appearing in the mirror as reflection, they are nothing but the same surface of the mirror, then I cannot have desire about myself. Desire is always about something or someone who is other than the self. Together, freedom from desires. And what is meditation? Swami, please tell me how to do meditation. I want to realize in this life. But what is the hurry? Yaar, next life. Take it. Immediately agreed. Next life, no hurry. Therefore, I am telling you, spiritual life is not doing something, it is undoing everything. See, one of the biggest obstacles for all of us is, one is logic. Second is obsession. Third is argumentation. And all these three are in the mind. And naiva manasam, mind is not. So that which is not is making us miserable. Now how can you help? See, somebody sent me a small clip. There was a child and his shadow was there. And the child looked at the shadow. He started crying. Mommy, see, somebody is there, So when he wanted to hit that shadow, the shadow was also doing like this thing. He started crying. And he was running. The shadow was running after him. And he fell down on that shadow. Very badly crying, Now what can be done with that child? In the same manner, we are miserable as husband. Now show me the man separated from husband. Husband is an illusion. Don't expect things from illusions. Don't expect satiation of thirst by drinking the mirage waters. But it is, abhi dikhta hai na, arey dikhne do, let it be seen. It's not real. See, friends, and who is miserable? This non-existing mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, they are miserable. And where they are nowhere. Keep on reflecting in this line. Thereafter, play the game of life. When you have got a bat in the hand, be a batsman. When you have ball in the hand, be a bowler. When you have nothing in the hand, be umpire. And all the three are playing the game. See? And in this, who becomes out? The bowler is never out. The umpire is never out. It is only the batsman. See? So play the game of life without concern for victory or defeat. That is all the spiritual practice. Bhagavad Gita, Sukha Dukkhe Same Krutva Labha Labho Jaya Jayo Tato Yuddhaya Yujjasva Naivam Papam Avapsasi. When you do something, either you win or lose. When you win, you gain. When you lose, you lose. When you gain, you are happy. When you lose, you are miserable. Bhagavan says, Samay Kurtva, be equal to everything means what? Whether you win or you are defeated, whether you gain or you don't gain, whether joy or be equal means what? Don't take anything seriously. Then what to do? Time pass. The day you will understand this principle of time pass, you will bypass the impact of time in your life. Life is very simple. Nobody has to achieve anything in this world. See? Rama has come, along with him, Rama Rajya has gone. Krishna has come, Dwarka has gone. See? After Nehru, who? In 60s, there used to be a big headline in Times of India. After Nehru, who? What is the reply? 100 में 90 बेईमान फिर भी मेरा भारत महान. समझे? Nothing happens to India. India is kutastha chaitanya. Anybody who goes to India starts believing in God. It is a Deva Bhumi. Without God, it cannot run. Because the way it is running, even God gets the friends, discover this joy of life. Don't take life or spiritual practice seriously. Take it lightly. See, प्रतिबिंबेषु अनंतेषु न स्यात् विदितं तथा न नाशास्यं वा भवेत् किंचित् एवं प्रतिविदिते प्रविदिते परे. In the same manner, when we see the mirror surface, everything becomes known. In the same manner, the moment you come to know yourself, everything becomes known. Be attentive. Who makes this statement? I had a good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who can make this statement? A waker cannot make this statement because he was not in the deep sleep. He was not in the dream. Dreamer cannot make this statement because you are in a waking state. Deep sleeper cannot make this statement because you are still not sleeping. Who makes this statement? This statement is made by the one who was in the deep sleep but was not sleeping. Who is in the waking but he is not a waker. So remaining in the waking state without becoming a waker, remaining in the deep sleep without going to sleep, remaining as a husband without losing the manhood, is God realization. And who is miserable? These non-existing entities. Just come to discover this. Whenever we talk about I am miserable, who is this I? Then you will come to a conclusion that entity is miserable which never existed. See, friends, it is not doing anything, it is undoing. It is not becoming anybody, it is unbecoming all bodies that we have become in life. Whose sound it was? Not mine, huh? Because what is happening now, I am realized every sound is my sound. So, tachape vedyam anyasya vedaka Vedakadehe abhavataha evam tapasi tat tattvam shastra drushtya vivavitam. And then she said, this truth cannot be known by anyone other than itself, because there is no one other than the self. Therefore, whatever is to be told, I have told according to the authority of the scriptures, he says. See? Tacha api avedyam, although it is unknown, then anyasya vedakade abhavataha, because there is nobody else other than it. Therefore it is not known. And evam, in this way, tapasi, oh dear tapasviniji, tat tattvam shastra drushta vibhavitam. According to the authority of the scriptures, I have told you. So, when evam tapasya iti ashtavakra vachanam shrutva sa punaha abravit muni Munidarakam suktam te yathavat sarvasammatam. So she says, O Ashtavakraji, whatever you have said is perfectly beautiful and according to all the scriptural authorities. Now my question is, now she asked him a question. Yaduktam vedaka bhavat avedyam tad iti tvaya prapnoti tad vidita eva cha amrutam padam avayam. Just now you have said that there is no one other to know the reality, because in the reality there is no otherness. If there is no otherness, who knows? Therefore, the truth is unknown. But you said it is known. Then to whom it is known? This is mad out. Can you please explain me? There you go. Therefore, and further it is said that tad viditva eva amrutam avyam padam apnoti. And having known that, only the immortality is attained. But you only said, other than it, there is nobody else. So, when in the absence of the knower, how anything can be known? And unless it is known, immortality cannot be attained. So, I am not able to understand, sir. Iti purvottara vacho manyase tat sangatam katham avedyam chennapi janami nastiti cha nirupaya. Therefore, my dear, kindly tell me this thing clearly, that although which was said that it is cannot be known because there is no knower, but then you say, after knowing which immortality is attained, this discrepancy in your statement, kindly explain. In Brahma Sutra, this topic is taken in a very big way. There it is said, in one place, like in one Upanishad it comes, Manasa eva idam avaptavyam neha nanasti kinchana. The truth has to be known by the mind. And other than the reality, there is nothing. In other Upanishad it is said, na tata chakshurgachati na manaha. The mind cannot reach the reality. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. Where speech and the mind cannot reach. And in other places, say, through the mind it is to be known. So this discrepancy in the statements, what is that? This is what is said. Asti janasi yadi tad vedyamiti mavada. If you say that it is and I know it, then it is avedyam mavada. Then don't say it is unknown. Because you know. And atha tattu tvaya vipra shastra drushta vibhavitam. So you are only talking what is said in the scriptures. Therefore, talking on Vedanta is the simplest thing in the whole world. And one gets this illusion. I think I am suspecting whether I am realized or what. Because when I talk on Vedanta, everyone gets stunned. And I am also surprised. Kaise bola? Ascharyavat padati kashchidenam, ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanya, ascharya manya srinoti, shrutva penam vedanaiva kachit. Although they hear, but nobody understands. This is the beauty of this thing. Therefore, asti janasi yadi tat avedyam mavada. If it is and you know, they don't say it is unknown. And ataha Tattu tvaya vipra shastra dushta vivavitam. I think you are only talking the scriptures words. This has nothing to do with your experience. See, the experience and the words. One day, one person approached Nisargadatta Maharaj, who had studied scriptures. Scriptures is what? Listening one or two lectures here and there, Bhagavad Gita, and people start thinking they know everything. Malayali, everything. So they reached and said, Maharaj, Bhagavad Gita says, and before he could say anything, he said, don't tell me what Bhagavad Gita says. What I tell is the truth. He was not well read in the scriptures. Like Ammachi, she didn't study scriptures. She doesn't have a guru. They talk of their experience. We talk only what scriptures have said. I have not said this. You are realized. I didn't say scriptures. Then for what you? Khana. Only food. See, friends. So Shastra Dushta Vivavitam. Na tat swayam vijanasi. You have no experience of this. You are only talking. See, friends. Natvam vijanasi pratyakshedeti tat katham evam vadanam sabha madhe janakasya vai puraha. Therefore, you are not able to know it directly, and therefore you do not have the aparokshanubhuti. What you are talking is only scripture, scripture, scriptures. Therefore, desires are technically called as eshana. Shastreshana, Vitteshana, Lokeshana, Putreshana, various kind of eshana. Eshana means desires. So one of the desires is Shastreshana, studying scriptures, scriptures, scriptures. And then one gets so lost and confused in that, the one becomes argumentative, starts doubting. See? Upanishad says, Nanu dhyayan bahun shabdan vacho viglapanam itat. Don't get lost in so many things. See? Like the other day in Varanasi, one person asked me, Swamiji, last time you told to study Gita, so I have collected about, not Gita, I think, Tripura Rahasya. I have collected about 5-6 commentaries of Tripura Rahasya. One published from, it's not commentary, it's only translation, rendering. Commentary is not available. Only rendering of the individual verses. So one from Ramana Maharshi, one from this place, one from that place, English, and downloaded everything. I read it before you came, so I wanted to know it properly. But all the things that I read, understood nothing. We have this notion, by reading the books, the knowledge is gained. No. Upanishad says, Nayam Atma pravachanena labhyaha. Pravachanena givena, pravachanena lisanena. Neither by giving the pravachan nor by listening the pravachan. Yamai vesha vrunute tena labhyaha. Tasesha atma virunute dhanusvam. He who seeks nothing but the truth, to the exclusion of everything, to him the truth is revealed. See the words. Tasesha atma virunute dhanusvam. The truth reveals itself. Truth is not known, it is revealed. And by the grace of the truth itself. And when the truth is known, the knower disappears. And therefore, jnana mana jahu ekahu nahi. Therefore, the wise people do not have the arrogance of wisdom and knowledge. Because they have lost all their specialities. Losing the special status is God realization. No speciality. Are we carrying less burden of speciality? I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old. One American friend, he met me somewhere. He said, Swamiji, I have been listening to you, so I was inspired to go to India. I went. 1 month I spent, 2 months. I went throughout India, so many places. And I was very happy. Such a diversity, such a lovely country. But one thing I could not find. What is that? I could not find a single Indian there. You know why? I found there Malayali, Gujarati, Tamil, Bengali. Indian I could not find anywhere. Speciality. I am a Tamilian. I am a Marwadi. Marwadi means, Wadi means house. Mar means Mar. Arey Baba, leave all the specialities. So, in all that burden of specialities, we have one more speciality. Now I am spiritual. See, friends, spiritual life is not adding burden of specialities, but unburdening yourself totally. So, तत्स्वयं न विजानासि तस्मात् न एतत् अपरोक्षकम् दृष्ट्वा प्रत्यक्षतः सर्वं प्रतिबिंबं यथा स्थितम्. So, unless you see it directly as you can see the reflection in the mirror, and when you see the reflection in the mirror, be attentive. Will you have any doubt about the presence of the mirror? Because unless there is a mirror, reflection cannot be seen. Today I don't have watch. You have got 1 hour time, isn't it? हो गया क्या? ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.